of Netflix, where your fearless co-hosts Isaac and Larry force each other to watch the worst pieces of shit on Netflix. We will go over every bad edit, all the broken dialogue, all the wooden acting, and laugh along the way, because this is the Bowels of Netflix! All right, and welcome to the Bowels of Netflix. I'm Isaac, and with me, as always, is my fearless co-host, Larry. How are you doing this week, Larry?
I have been consumed for the last week in trying to figure out, and I'm not the first man to do this ever, and how a human male makes love to a female mermaid, because I need to know how you're going to work that into your review. And as of now, I have not figured it out.
I think the polite term for it is throat fucking.
But you can't make babies that way.
Well, maybe with mermaids. Their uterus might be in their,
stomach,
upper chest.
Stomach.
I don't know. Who knows?
I was hoping you would.
It doesn't come up in this, believe it or not. Although I have some mermaid sex questions.
I know you do. That's why I'm trying to figure out how to answer them. And it turns out I can't figure out how they procreate with a human male.
It's, it might be a mermale. A merman.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you are going to want to make love to the mermaids, I assume.
Not the 12-year-olds, but there's some other hot ones.
Yeah, the 14. Once they got to 14.
No,
Listen, it's different in mermaid culture, Isaac. They hit sexual maturity at 9.
Yeah, really?
These are questions I have for you. Shit.
Oh my god, we are the Bowels of Netflix. We're two old friends who hate each other dearly, and every week one of us watches a movie, and it's the worst piece of crap. We describe it in detail. It's going to be a rough one this week.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited for pain.
Please,
your pain.
Please, for the amount we suffer, go give us a like on Twitter, tittle us on Facebook, poke us or whatever. Send us an email. bowelsofnetflix@gmail.com. Set this podcast to download and subscribe and give it 5 stars. If you're thinking about giving it 4 stars, I'm going to slap you silly, you son of a bitch.
I will answer any questions you have except for where the bodies are buried on Facebook or email.
What spot is 6 inches to the left of where the bodies are buried?
Oh, no, don't misunderstand. I don't remember.
Oh, well.
It's not about I won't do it. It's I don't remember.
That's fair. A murder frenzy
they
typically
don't call
is
it a
not
blackout rage for nothing.
Exactly. So this week, Larry, I'm covering Scales. Mermaids Are Real.
Fucking got you, bitch. Got
this
your
is
ass.
Almost certainly the worst movie I've ever covered on this show.
I'm so happy. I fucked up so badly with Arthur, and then I was not too happy with the one the week before. But you hated
a couple,
this, and I'm very happy.
Yeah, this is bad. I had a couple movies that I thought were like 4s or 5s, like take it or leave it. There were problems with them, but I was okay with them. This is just unmitigated garbage.
Fucking got your ass.
So this came out in 2017. There is very little information about it online.
It's the strangest fucking thing.
The only comment on IMDb is of like trivia, and like basically the only thing on IMDb is this film is one of the finest examples of money laundering. And the budget is listed as $25 million.
That is a lie. Are you crazy? What? Really?
I bet they on the books, on the old accounting books.
Oh my god.
It's listed as $25 million, and they laundered $24.9 million.
I watched a couple of bits of this movie, and like most of it is you and I could do it with we had a group of children on a leash. We could do this movie and a nice camera. Like I don't know. I saw one of the mermaids. I'm sure there's mermaids in this movie. Fucking spoiler. I saw one of the mermaids and didn't really get a chance to examine the suit, but it was not $25 million.
No, sir, it was not.
And that's funny because you have a long, like, as us reviewing movies has evolved over the years, you're pretty confident that a lot of movies are money laundering.
Oh, yeah.
And this really, that seems like it must be because
it has to be.
$25 million for Scales Mermaids Are Real?
Yeah.
No way.
Unless, I mean, I don't even know. I can't fathom.
Wow. Hey,
unless everyone in the movie was paid $1 million for the movie. These no-name actors. There's one person who's known, and she's only kind of known.
Weird.
So, yeah, it's a 92-minute runtime. IMDb, it's got 4.4. Rotten Tomato, there's not a critic score, but the audience score is 44%.
Pretty low.
Which, yeah. I guess if you're an 8-year-old girl, this movie is the bee's knees. When you have no sense of judgment besides silly bands and chicken nuggets.
I don't think silly bands have been a thing in 10 years.
No, whatever the equivalent of silly bands now is.
It's fucking blowing my mind with that thing. I remember we used to work at the sandwich shop. There were people wearing silly bands.
What's the equivalent now of silly bands? Is it ketamine?
I think it's ketamine. Damn it. We're the same. I swear, we're as different as we are. Sometimes we're the same person in the same fucking brain. Because ketamine was the next one.
For some reason, horse tranquilizers it just fits.
Oh, shit.
So, Larry, I sat down to review this movie. I got comfortable, sitting in my little chair at my little desk. Got Netflix up on one screen, got my review document up on the other screen. I'm ready to go. About 10 seconds in, I had to stop, get up, walk around for a while. I did a double take at the screen. And then the opening sequence was a series of pausing, being incredulous at what I was seeing, taking screenshots, running upstairs to describe it and show it to my wife.
Oh, God.
And it took me like 30 minutes to get through the first 30 seconds of this
That
movie.
is incredible.
So, Larry, I sent you a document, and I want us to look at it together now.
I'm going to pull it up. You texted me about how bad this movie was, and that rarely happens. So I knew this was a winner.
Yep. As soon as I saw the artwork from the opening credits.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm pulling it up.
I would like you to describe these 4 images. $25 million budget movie.
This holy Jesus Christ. So what I'm looking at here, this is a still image. It looks like it was done on old construction paper. It is of ostensibly a lady mermaid, with long blonde flowing hair, some of it which is in front of her tits, so that you cannot see any of it because this is a kid's movie, I assume. She has a longer neck than any living creature has that is not a giraffe. And in the middle of that neck are what appears to be 3 tumors.
I think those are her gills.
Which, yes, I think are her gills.
But it's just 3 lines.
It's just 3 lines. And it is... Now, I have zero artistic ability whatsoever. I can draw nothing. But this is horrendously bad. Also, she has no ears, it seems like. I don't know if that's a thing, but...
Just scroll on down to the next one, Larry.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So... What appears to be a drawing of, I think it's supposed to be the same woman, but it barely resembles her, because just the hair is really the only thing. So her tumors appear to have gone. She no longer has the tumors. And it is a close-up on the human half of the mermaid, because it was a mermaid in that top picture, is now wearing a shirt, which she was not before, and is holding what appears to be a police sketch of what a sketch artist thinks a baby looks like.
I think it might be a rotten potato sticking out of a grocery bag.
This baby's head it looks like a fucking moldy potato. And she's wearing some kind of blue necklace that I assume was the necklace from the Titanic that she found when she was a mermaid. And now is it not?
Did you scroll down to the next one?
The next image is her holding the baby still, but now she is looking off screen with this surprised, fearful look on her face.
Her mouth is so off-center.
This drawing is so bad.
This is probably the worst one.
And We gotta post this to the Twitter or the Facebook because
definitely
this one specific. Oh
yes,
man,
yes.
it's so bad. Like I don't, you know, I know I have a lot of like young struggling artist friends, and like, hey, all power to you, and you know what, you make it work. This is a $25 million movie.
Exactly.
And this drawing is almost. I could almost do this.
I'm sure on the books they paid this person $100,000 for the artwork. And they just gave a kid a sketchbook and be like, "I'll give you a Happy Meal if you draw these fucking mermaids."
Oh my god, it's so horrendous.
And the last one we get a close up on the baby.
The last one's just the baby, which still looks like a fucking rotten potato.
Guess what's not in the movie, Larry? A fucking baby. There's no baby in the goddamn movie whatsoever. Why are you putting the baby in the opening sequence?
Well, the baby has the fucking necklace, so I'm guessing the main character was a mermaid baby and then has the necklace, and I think I know the whole plot already.
I guess, but they don't.
So, man, because last week we had oh god, I scrolled back up. Oh, the neck.
I know, it's just so bad.
This explains nothing. I don't know. Was she not a mermaid anymore in the second two?
Yeah, they flip back and forth.
So I have questions about mermaids fucking.
Yeah.
Is it just these 4 images, or is there like a whole storybook that you're leaving out?
I think there were a couple more, but they weren't quite as bad. But yeah, it's worth watching the opening sequence because it takes like a minute and it's just the credits.
I'm gonna because Jesus Christ, these are like high school sketchbook.
9th grade taking art class for the first time high school sketchbook. If that's where you are in your life, that's great. Keep at it. If your drawings don't look the best right now, that no problem at all. If someone tries to put it in a $25 million movie, something illegal is happening.
The artists I know would be ashamed of this work if someone was like, "I want to buy this for $100,000." I can't get over her neck.
So
wow, that is astonishing.
My notes in my review are: if my 4th grader came home with this art shit and told me to hang it on the fridge, I would nail him to a tree in the backyard and throw rocks at him until he was dead. And so after the art opening sequence, we get images of underwater and seaweed and shit, and the hero of the story, the little girl, giving a voiceover. "My whole life I've dreamt of water, not just being in it or swimming in it, but living in it, breathing it, tasting it, loving it. And yet, in life, I stay pretty far away from it." And I know. Well, I don't know what any of that means. Immediately after that quote, we see the teenage girl waking up in bed and going right to her nightstand where she has 2 glasses of water and begins drinking them feverishly. And she lives in a beach house. So much for staying away from water. It's just immediately incongruous. What? I mean,
what the fuck?
If she lived in Kansas, like, that would make sense. But,
oh my god.
Oh, Larry.
Wow. That's crazy.
I've never so immediately known a movie was the worst. It just
that's
like the artwork, and then that
is some shit. Like, Netflix has really cleaned up their act in the last couple of years, but that is some where did this movie come from? Is this a Disney Channel movie?
I don't think so. It was some production house I had never heard of. So again, just money laundering somewhere in the bowels of Hollywood.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
So mermaid chick, I'm assuming she's going to turn into a mermaid correctly. She arrives at school. She stops some bully girls from bothering a new student with a single crutch who has a brittle bone disease. And he goes on this explanation like, "I was diagnosed with this. My bones are brittle. If I so much as get pushed over by the wind, spine will shatter." So, and
is that real?
Not kinda. I think he says an actual disease. I just don't know about it. But he's Brittle Bone Boy is his nickname. A superhero coming to your town soon.
It's not the hero we need. It's the one we deserve.
In class, the science teacher makes Brittle Bone Boy get up and introduce himself. Which, again, in every school movie, there's that trope. Every time there's kids in school, that happens. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'm really obsessed with that idea because, like, I've never done that. Was that a real thing at one point in time?
I don't know. And it's just boomers writing fucking mermaid movies, remembering the fucking 70s?
Boomers write everything and ruin everything. But it's in so many, it's such like a part of, I want to say like movie and TV culture, but like, it seems so outdated now. No one does this. No one's done this in years. And if they do, they're weird. They're probably weird Christian towns in Michigan. That's right, Michigan. I'm calling you out. Fucking Kansas fans forever. Is that the right state? Or is it Kentucky? I never get it right.
Where our fans are?
Yeah.
Kansas.
Kansas forever. Take that, Minnesota.
The child acting is the worst, most stilted jive-ass bullshit I've ever seen.
That was the driving factor for me picking this, because when I jumped around, it was like, oh dear God, they're awful.
There are many very good child actors. They're a little older, but probably the best film example with child actors is Stand By Me, and they're probably like 14 in that movie, but
sure.
But they're also believable and they have distinct personalities. Mm-hmm. Not so in this movie. They're all just shitty kids who can't act and are just reading lines, probably on cue cards in fucking front of them. So Brittle Bone Boy's up, giving his little spiel about how brittle his bones are, and a chick throws a balled up piece of paper at his face, and the teacher just looks around and says, "Morgan, what have I told you about throwing things?" Like,
You know what this sounds like? It sounds a lot like a Cowgirl Story.
Yeah, I bet
they're very similar openings of like mild bullying that's ham-fisted.
Disney Channel child life.
Yeah.
Where there's no real consequences and no one really suffers, which is not how childhood works.
No, childhood was entirely suffering in my recollection.
When I was 7, I had someone pull a knife on me.
Really?
Yes. I don't think he meant to do anything with it, but he pulled out a knife and threatened me.
For what?
I don't know. I probably ate his ass or something.
I didn't do a good enough job. Oh, man, that's awful. You were 7. Wow, I never heard that story somehow.
I don't really remember it very well. We were just, I don't know. They were Russian, if that helps.
It does. It honestly does a little bit.
Yeah, this is actually pretty much. We did have a weird, in the apartment complex I lived, we had a weird influx of people who left the Soviet Union as it was falling and like moved to the United States in 1990. So there was a weird amount of Russian people, and these two kids were absolutely crazy. But I had another little Russian friend who's a nerd and probably works for I think his parents worked for Cisco, so he's probably like a millionaire now.
Oh wow, Cisco, like the food company?
No, the tech company. Because I lived in Silicon Valley, so I grew up near, like, down the street from Apple's headquarters, and like Google and stuff.
I knew you were from around there. I didn't know you were that like in the shit.
Yeah, their new Apple, like the big circle building that they have and film all their flagship product reveals, is like 5 blocks away from the Little League park I played at.
No shit.
It's really weird.
Cool.
I can't wait to go back there someday and see it. Anyway.
Yeah, you've talked about it a lot. You should do that.
Yeah. So science teacher begins her lesson on metamorphosis. Convenient. She asked the class, what type of animals go through metamorphosis?
Mermaids.
Mermaid girl was distracted by making the water in a water bottle nearby swirl via telekinesis.
Beg your pardon?
It's a mermaid power. Come on, keep up, Larry.
Wait. I thought she was a regular human girl.
She's not.
Okay, is this the first indication that she's got fucking powers, or was I drunk? Okay,
no, you didn't miss anything.
All right, that's where I'm getting confused.
The first time we know she's magical, and she loves water, but she stays pretty far away from it.
I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm a little upset.
Meanwhile, her friend raises her hand and answers the teacher's question, mermaids. Science...
I was kidding, you fuck. God damn it.
Everything you think is bad or a joke about this movie is real. It's just
great.
So
Fantastic.
the science teacher gives her a good paddling and says, mermaids aren't fucking real, you little shit.
Uh-huh.
Which, I'll reveal it now, both the girl who said it and the teacher are mermaids.
Oh, so she's revealing this. She got to be beat for revealing the secret.
I guess, yeah.
It's like vampires beating up other vampires for revealing their vampires.
That's a good point.
In fucking whatever vampire lore exists. Vampires are stupid, and so are mermaids.
Gotta give you some vampire movies. Meanwhile, the mermaid girl is making a vortex in the water bottle, but apparently that gives her diarrhea because she leaps up and yells, "I have to go to the bathroom!" and runs out of the classroom.
Okay. All right. So is she shocked by her own magic?
Yes, she seems surprised.
Okay. All right. So God fucking damn it. All right. I'm just making sure I got everything straight here.
Now, what do you think the stupidest name for a little girl who's going to be a mermaid and is associated with water would be?
Seahorse.
Siren.
That's somehow worse.
Siren, the creature from, I believe, the Odyssey, right? That lures sailors to their doom with their beautiful singing voices.
Yep.
Why is that the kid's name in this movie?
What kind of choice was that? Who names a kid? Well, I guess people pick stupid. People are dumb.
This is true. So instead of going,
like we're gonna get canceled for maligning mermaid culture.
Oh God, don't even. There better not be mermaid culture.
I'm sure there's other kid mermaids who are very angrily typing tumblers right now.
So instead of going to the bathroom, Siren just runs home.
Siren, I can't.
I've kept her name because it's so stupid.
Yeah, I guess when the universe fucking hands you something on a platter.
The principal, who's just wandering around on a grassy patch of the school, and is played by Morgan Fairchild, who, again, this is like Pauly Shore from last week, where I know the name, but I didn't really know anything about her.
Yeah.
On a Wikipedia read, she was in a season of Dallas, the old TV show, and she's had bit parts in a lot of other sitcoms. You know her from Friends, you were saying earlier, right?
She's Chandler's dad in Friends. I'm sorry, Chandler's mom in Friends. She shows up, like, occasionally. And she's entertaining enough on there, but I don't really know her otherwise. Yeah, and she's before our time in her heyday.
Yeah, she is. I think she's 70 now, so she's older. It makes sense she's playing the principal, but damn it, she had got some big old titties.
Yeah, she is a what's the word? Huge tracts of land, to quote fake Sean Connery.
Heaving tits on a 70-year-old is weird.
When you say heaving,
in her one outfit, they are heaving. They like go up and down when she breathes.
Now, I assume she's a mermaid. I assume the twist at the end of this movie is that everyone's a mermaid. So do we?
Not everyone's a mermaid, but basically all the main characters are mermaids.
Fuck! Oh shit! God, I gotta stop. I'm talking myself into an early grave here. Christ!
You can't make this movie worse.
It sure sounds like I can't because fuck. I hate that I keep being right.
Wait till the ending. Oh my God, the ending.
You have hyped up this ending for a while. I'm excited and terrified.
I laughed out loud for 30 straight seconds, just nonstop, out of control, tears running down my face. I guess this is the second movie that's made me cry from the bowels of Netflix.
Not in the good way. Well, oh boy, I'm excited. God.
So Siren sprints past an old lady on like a walking trail who's walking and lifting those tiny little pink dumbbells that weigh like a pound.
Yeah.
And I guess it's a recurring gag. I forget. I don't think. Maybe it is Rule of Threes, but I don't remember because I was so angry about everything else. But Siren runs past and the lady just says, "Is everything okay, Siren? Who the fuck is this woman? Why does she know who Siren is?" But she just lets the kid run past in the middle of the school day without like stopping her.
And this is the principal with the heaving tits.
No, this is some other random lady.
Oh, okay.
The principal just... Sorry, I got distracted. The principal just yells after her, like, "Where are you going?" And then we get, like, a couple more cutscenes of Siren running further and further away from the school.
Okay.
And then elsewhere on a trail.
So is she like a shy pooper? Like fucking Archie Bunker? Is the only the first shy pooper I think of is Archie Bunker, and I don't know why because I'm broken inside.
That's weird.
He's a shy pooper. He gets halfway to work on the bus and has to come home because he's a shy pooper.
Archie Bunker?
Yeah.
What?
from All in the Family.
I know. You're making this up, right?
No. There's an episode where he has to come home. He's halfway on the bus, and he has to come home because he does. Edith, I'm not a shy pooper, huh? Well, he doesn't say shy pooper. It's like, you're full of shit, Edith, huh? You never heard my All in the Family impressions? They're great.
I have.
I can't do Edith. I can't do Edith because it'll blow out the microphone. Because you can only do it loud.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, exactly. It can only be done loud. But yeah, no. So is she a shy pooper?
It's not. But they don't go into her poop habits.
I'm going to assume she is.
You can go ahead and do that.
That'll make me feel better.
So Siren gets home and tells her mom school's canceled and runs into her room. So she's pooping. She's pooping on her bed.
Well, is that not how you do it?
Yeah, my wife is so mad about it.
How is your wife? I don't think I asked last week, come to think of it.
Her knee became dislocated today.
Jesus Christ.
That honestly is the God's honest truth, and I will say no more about it.
Wait a minute. What?
She's okay now. She's got ice on it. It's back in its socket or whatever, however knees work.
Jesus Christ. Wow, that is sinister.
Speaking of which, Larry, can you be an alibi for me?
Well, we'll discuss payment, but potentially.
At 1 p.m., we were making guacamole in your apartment.
Oh man, I know I've said this before, but I would just fucking jam a knife to the hilt in your chest for some guacamole right now.
I would just make you guacamole. I make pretty good guacamole.
Well, you did it one, and now I want some more. Wink.
All right. Well, I'll mail it to you in an envelope.
Apparently, that's just a thing that can be done. So
yeah.
Oh God, the stink of fucking month-old mailed guacamole.
Oh God. Siren's friend then barges into her room, saying she also said she had to the bathroom and left school.
And also shitting on the bed.
Siren then looks at a glass of water, forming a telekinetic vortex before the water glass gets shoved off her desk onto the floor. At which point, the mom arrives with tiny sandwiches.
Oh, man.
Turns out the tiny sandwiches are fish sandwiches, which guess what? Siren hates the taste of. Because she's a mermaid.
So, I feel like I need context for Siren. Is she, is this just like a wacky Wednesday and she's suddenly a mermaid? Or are we supposed to believe that, this has been happening for a while? And
Wacky
the transformation
Wednesday.
Is nearly complete. Okay, it's Wacky Wednesday. All right. Great.
Very much Wacky Wednesday. It gets covered a little more in a bit.
Okay, yep. I'm sorry. I'm just extremely upset about what's happening, and I hope you can understand why.
Trust me, I understand. Siren and her friend start walking toward the beach while all the townspeople stare at them like a B horror movie, just slowly turning their heads, watching the
weird.
two girls walking down the street, which doesn't really come up later. I don't know why they did it.
It's exceptionally
so
strange.
Friend gives Siren an early birthday gift, which is a blue necklace. Siren says jewelry is not really her thing, but friend pushes it on her, or says, "Bitch, put the fucking necklace on. I got you the necklace. Don't be a bitch." And
so based on the images I've seen, I think I understand the plot now.
She puts the pendant on, and it starts mysteriously glowing. Oh,
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
So friend is in on the thing, and whatever's going on. Jesus Christ. Siren's mom goes into her room and hands Siren a bunch of pictures of Siren's real mom, who's apparently dead, and mom is a stepmom. Okay.
How far into the movie are we at this point? It's 8 minutes?
Maybe 15?
Okay. It sounds like it literally just started.
There's a lot of things, talking that's just boring and doesn't do anything and doesn't characterize anyone. It's just mom and kid banter or friend banter that doesn't move anything forward. They reminisce over dead mom and snuggle awkwardly in bed. I guess Siren never met her mom, and stepmom was her friend or her sister. I don't fucking remember.
Snuggling awkwardly. I guess that's how your wife discarded her knee.
Yeah, snuggling awkwardly for stepmom and daughter is... the start of a lot of films I've seen.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh boy. Siren. Oh wait. Brittle Bone Boy shows up and starts throwing rocks.
God, I forgot about him.
He features prominently.
I hope he's a mermaid with his tails all fucked up. He's got a brittle tail. Oh shit.
He starts throwing rocks up at the patio and strikes Siren in the face.
Got him.
They're like pebbles. It's like the trope. So, yeah, it's not like a fucking softball-sized rock.
It's fucking the rest of this movie's Total Recall, and it's just happening in her head when she's in a coma.
Brittle Bone Boy says he's not stalking her or nothing, but he wants to go for a walk. So they go for a walk and flirt and fuck under a bridge or whatever kids do. I don't know.
I've never been one. So
Siren and her friend, her girlfriend, female friend, not Brittle Bone Boy. Her bones are good. They're walking together at school when Brittle Bone Boy notices her oddly shimmering necklace and compliments it. Friend tells Siren to stay the fuck away from Brittle Bone Boy because she has a crush on him. And then she forcibly invites herself over to dinner that night.
Okay. Wow, that was a lot.
Do you have any questions? Need me to clarify?
So, Strong Bone Girl has a crush on Brittle Bone Boy and tells Siren to fuck off a Brittle Bone Boy?
Yeah, it's set up like at first, because earlier I think Strong Boned Girl says... I gotta get in trouble for that. She says, stay away from the new kid. It's social suicide. Oh. And then now she's pretending to have a crush on Brittle Bone Boy to keep Siren. She thinks Brittle Bone Boy is dangerous. I don't know why. I mean, he is. I don't know. He is. It comes up later, but
he's a mermaid hunter.
Larry.
Stop it! Stop it! God damn it,
Larry. You're not wrong.
Come on. Come on. It's like somebody listened to a Bowles episode and took me seriously. And then wrote a movie around it.
Got him.
Christ.
So, friend and friend's mom come over for dinner. Spoiler alert, they're both mermaids. They break the news over dinner that Siren is a mermaid and will transform next week on her 12th birthday. At which...
Just give me a goddamn second.
Well, let me just get this out first, because I can ask all the questions. After she transforms, she'll have to spend the next 3 years in the ocean. And then after that, 3 years on land, and then 3 years in the ocean, and back and forth because she's a half-breed.
So Davy Jones rules.
Yeah.
Except 10 years in a day, 3 years in 3 years.
Yeah.
Got it. No, okay, so can I ask questions?
Yes, you can.
Now? So they just dropped this bomb that she's a mermaid?
Yeah, the stepmom was, like, hiding it from her, didn't want to hurt her or scare her.
So the stepmom knew
yeah.
as well. So everyone knows that she's a mermaid but her.
Yes. Well, all the mermaids do. The mermaids don't tell non-mermaids that they're mermaids. The stepmom is the only, like, normal human who's involved because she's watching over Siren the mermaid.
So, this is crass. I'm not going to ask it, actually. Fuck that. So, yeah, she's turning into a mermaid.
It was a period question, wasn't it?
Yeah. Is it coincide? Is that the theme?
No, they don't ever talk about periods, but they say, like...
Well, no. Okay, obviously, it's a kid's movie. I understand they're not going to talk about periods, but is that was that the intention?
What would a mermaid bleed out of?
With the same place you fuck it. I don't know. I was asking. I had these questions lined up for you.
Belly button. Man. I don't know. Yeah, but they say stuff like, "Oh, you go through the transformation and shit like that." So like that, very similar language to how you would talk to a girl going through puberty.
As 30-plus-year-old men, I don't think we're qualified to even figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know. You get all horny, you want to jump on some dick, you start bleeding out your hoo-ha, whatever. Like bingo, bango, bongo. Start shaving, bitch.
And he's married, ladies. Sorry to burst your bubble. He is married.
Oh, society makes me so sad. It does.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I should have been born in the 50s. I don't mean that. I'm a good man.
Oh shit.
So,
Christ.
Oh god, where are we at? Siren then demonstrates her water bending ability, and everyone at the table is astounded.
Are the effects better or worse than Last Airbender? Real question.
Worse. Definitely worse.
Oh well, that's really
the water's
bad.
And this
really
also
bad.
has like 7 years of CGI progress on its behalf. But again, I'm sure they paid someone in like film school, a freshman, $25. The
same person.
Make this water look like it's dancing. And on the accounting books, it's going to look like $50,000. Goddamn money laundering sons of bitches.
It sure sounds it.
They inform Siren that she is very special, but she may be more desirable to the hunters.
No.
Yes, Larry.
No.
Yes. At which point Siren storms off into her room and she's so upset. I guess a little later on that night, Siren is taking a bath and we see her pop her toes up out of the bubbles. But then tense music starts playing, and we see her stick flippers up out of the water. And at this point, a naked 12-year-old girl flops onto the bathroom floor and is really uncomfortable. I don't like it. Stop it.
I assume it's not.
You don't see
lewd
nipples
anyway.
and vads,
Yeah,
but
sure.
yeah, you see a...
Well, she's a mermaid, so.
Yeah. Well, not yet. Because she flops out and she has her little toes like normal.
Okay.
So it was...
weird.
Just in her head, I don't know, man.
Very strange.
So, of course, like, I mean, as any girl who's gone through puberty knows that after you see your first flippers in the bath, you get taken to the hospital. That's how it works?
But wait. Hold on. Fucking, who takes her to the hospital? She just go there herself?
I don't think they... Like, she starts screaming and her mom, like, starts running to the bathroom and, like, breaks the bathroom door. And then she's just in the hospital, in a hospital bed.
Everybody they know she's a fucking mermaid. What are you talking about? How they take her to the hospital for turning into a mermaid when that's what's going to happen?
I don't know, man.
Everyone seems to know she's a mermaid except for her.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, she's
the time traveler who listened to this episode is going back in time to fix that right now.
she's at the hospital, and her friend and her friend's mom, both mermaids, come to visit her. And like they're mermaids, but they're like half-breeds who are not in the water now. And also, younger friend is like 2 months younger and hasn't done her transformation yet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yep. So they come to visit and talk and say, it'll be okay. We're going to walk you through this. Don't worry. And they leave. And then a nurse comes in after they leave to bring her water. But Siren has disappeared from her hospital bed.
Okay.
So after fleeing the hospital, she goes to Brittle Bone Boy's house and meets his dad and his dad's mysterious black friend, who both act extremely suspicious. And it's this weird scene where they're like up on a balcony, like talking down to her and being incredibly creepy, and it skeeved me out.
Well, she's 12, so yeah, I don't like any adult. No adult should be talking to a 12-year-old unless they're teaching them.
Yeah.
Or telling them their parents have been killed in a fire.
And like the mysterious black friend is like, Siren, that's a weird name. How old are you? And she says, I'm 11. I'm going to turn 12 next week. He says, oh, well, it's nice to meet you, almost 12-year-old.
Oh, God,
yeah.
that's I arrest
that
this
line
man.
has never been said in good faith.
No. Oh, shit.
Oh, God. Produced by Jeffrey Epstein, this movie was. God, do I mention him in every
the
episode?
Last thing he did. Yeah, I contain rage about him every episode, that's for sure, and every day of my life.
The living room is decorated entirely with nautical-themed stuff. She like points to a picture on the wall, which is, again, very poorly drawn. And it's basically of a harpoon with like a blue glowing ball on the end, and they say it's a whale stick, and it's used to kill the biggest fish in the ocean. And it's very dangerous, and there's more creepy stuff, and the dad's super creepy, and the mysterious black friend is super creepy. And then they make comments about the giant tranquilizer gun that's just in the corner of the room. Siren asks if they're hunters, and the mysterious black friend says, depends on what's being hunted.
Gee, come on.
Why?
Wait.
Why would it?
Hold on.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
No, a hunter's still a hunter.
Yes, it doesn't matter what he's hunting. He's still a hunter.
Are you a chef? Depends on what I'm cooking.
Yeah, like, if I'm cooking eggs, I'm not a chef? What? I'm only a chef when I cook bacon.
Well, Gordon Ramsay would say you're a fucking donut.
I love that insult. Siren asks if she and Brittle Bone Boy can go for a walk, and the dad says, "Sure, you have 2 legs, don't you?"
Oh my god!
Oh boy!
Oh, that sounds so bad.
It's
Jesus Christ!
It's the worst. It's the worst movie. I can't. On their walk, Siren confesses that she's a mermaid. Hey, Brittle Bone Boy,
I'm Batman.
I might have a secret, but I am a mermaid. What? You're a mermaid? That can't be true. You're crazy. No, I'm totally a mermaid.
Haven't heard your little girl voice in a while.
Oh
man.
So
that's a bombshell. I'm a mermaid.
Yeah, they have
a
minute-long conversation about mermaids and shit. I don't know. Then Brittle Bone Boy takes her to, like, you know where the shootout from every movie happens? Where, like, there's a bunch of, like, weird storage trailers and, like, rusted out cars and shit just hanging around.
Yeah. The junkyard / docks / fucking arena.
Yep. With a dusty ground. It's not paved or anything. That's where they go. That's where he takes her.
Okay.
Because his dad has a storage locker out there. Which he knows the combination to because it's his birthday. He opens it up, and there's a ton more nautical-themed shit. He pulls out a giant book called... What is it called?
Scales Mermaids Are Real.
No. Oh, fuck. What is it called? Called Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures. When she starts flipping through the book.
Mermaids, and I guess there's also, like, tuna.
Yeah. And then he pulls out a whaling stick. The thing that's used to kill the most difficult fish to hunt in the world. And they look about it, and he's like, "Oh, it's just a prop. My dad just likes collecting things." So the Brittle Bone Boy is actually innocent. He's not a hunter. His dad is just a hunter and associated with hunters. He's just a little boy with brittle bone disease. Aww.
I'm sure he's going to save her life by betraying his father later.
No, Larry, shut up.
Yeah.
Siren goes home, and her stepmom is sitting on the couch and says, "I was worried sick. Your daughter just ran away from the hospital and has been missing for hours, and you're sitting on the fucking couch?"
Your daughter, the mermaid, ran away from the hospital. You did nothing. You have one job, is to protect the world's most fucking delicious mermaid, apparently, and you did nothing.
Oh, have you ever had a mermaid roll at sushi night?
Again, I would kill a man. I'd kill you, and I like you, usually, for a fucking plate of sushi.
Siren mentions the whaling stick, and stepmom freaks out because only mermaids and mermaid hunters know about the whaling stick. And she's like, "How did you know about this?" And he's like, "Oh, this is Brittle Bone Boy, and I met his dad." And she was like, "Oh my god, they're dangerous people, and it's your life is dangerous. People who want to hunt and kill you, and you're in the ocean. Sharks are gonna get you." And Siren's like, "Ma."
So if the whaling, why would he tell her about the whaling stick then?
I guess Brittle Boy doesn't know dick.
No, but the dad told her, there was a picture of it, and he's like, "Oh, that's a whaling stick."
Yeah.
And this will come back to bite me in the ass.
Like the way like his comment, like, "You have 2 legs, don't you?" Like, it plays like he knows she's a mermaid. But he doesn't.
Maybe he's just he doesn't?
Not yet.
I assume he did.
Nope.
I assume they were grooming her for eating.
Nope.
I assume they just eat them. Okay, no, that's dumb.
The reason
is he's so fucking arch evil that he has to, like, make mermaid based puns to anyone who he might hunt one day.
The reason he's hunting her is so mind-bogglingly stupid and contrived.
So, okay, well, I've done pretty well at writing this movie so far.
You want to take a stab at it?
Can her scales grant wishes?
No, not quite.
What percent close am I?
Depending on what wish, you might be pretty close. I'm going to tell you now, Larry. I want get ready.
Wait, can let me give one more try?
Oh yeah, you got it.
Can her scales raise the mom from the dead? The Brittle Bones boy's mom from the dead.
You're getting closer.
I know. I'm sure, because just how fucking stupid and contrived this movie sounds. There's no way that guy, the hunter, does not have some kind of tragic reason he's doing
Yes,
this.
he does.
Definitely. There's not even a question. Clearly.
Her blood can cure Brittle Bone Boy of his Brittle Bone Boy disease.
Oh, Jesus.
Larry, come on. Come on. What is this?
Oh, God.
So,
what a shit show.
Siren and her mom are still talking on the couch, and she's like, no more secrets. You got to tell me everything. You got to stay away from those guys because they're trying to fucking kill you. They don't know about the blood thing yet. That comes up later.
Yeah,
but I couldn't hold it in any longer.
Oh, my lord.
So she gives Siren some fucking shit to wear around her neck, like a plastic band, because when her gills start coming in, it's important to wear. It's like called an aspirator, so she doesn't drown in the air. Cut to the next morning. Siren wakes up.
What is this?
Siren wakes up and is getting ready for school, and her gills have started coming in, and guess what? It's 3 lines on her neck, like drawn with like a makeup pencil.
Shit. Does it make her neck 3 times as long?
Yes, amazingly
like in
so.
the fucking picture.
She turns into a giraffe.
Oh, God.
Just imagine a giraffe, but each leg is a mermaid bottom.
Dude, that sounds like something in Rick and Morty.
It sounds great. But so, yeah, she's just like, ew, gross, gills, and then she just gets a scarf and wraps it around her neck so no one will notice. And then there's a shot of, like, her aspirator sitting on the counter, and she leaves it. Dumb little girl. Brittle Bone Boy pulls her aside at school and goes into a random room at this middle school with shelves lined with the skulls of sea creatures and other sea creatures in jars of formaldehyde.
Oh, so they're in hell.
They're like in the Mutter Museum. What the hell? It's so weird.
Yeah, anyway.
In a middle school.
Weird. Yeah, that's
like
strange.
In science class, you might have a skeleton or a couple bones or owl pellets or whatever, but like fucking like starfish and stingrays in giant jars of formaldehyde? What the hell?
That's very
what
strange.
Educational purpose does that serve?
I think there's a video game fucking RPG dungeon underneath there.
And he tells her, oh shit, my dad's totally a mermaid hunter, and if he finds out that you're a mermaid, he's totally gonna hunt you.
So, whoa, fucking, again, I apologize for the million questions.
Oh.
Is this just a fucking revelation he just has in the night, or is there a scene where he's like,
he said,
dad is like sharpening his knife that just says killing mermaids on it?
He said, my dad told me some stories last night about hunting mermaids, I guess. I don't know.
This little kid, his fucking mind has been so blown.
Yeah.
He's past 2 days.
He just thought his dad collected, like, weird nautical shit. And now it's like, oh, no, mermaids are real, and my father hunts them.
And my girlfriend is one.
Yep. It's called a pickle.
Imagine the stressful day you'd be having. That's like, imagine you found out that fucking this morning you found out your wife was a mermaid, and then on the podcast, like, yeah, I've been hunting mermaids lately.
There's a shot of him later where he's just sitting at the bar, just like pounding them back and like smoking cigarettes. You wouldn't believe my fucking day, Johnny.
Yeah, that's a rough day for an 11-year-old.
Man, he's already got brittle bones. I know.
Fuck.
So Siren walks out of the room with Brittle Bone Boy and collapses because her gills have fully developed. Siren's mermaid friend pulls the fire alarm.
Just in my head, when the gills fully develop, they make this noise.
You can see him, and it's a little bit of, I don't know if it was CGI or prop work.
Sure.
Because, like, Little Mermaid friend pulls the scarf aside, and now they're actually, like, 3D makeup on her, and are actually, like, kind of trying to breathe and, like, swelling up and down. So that was, you know, again, with enough gumption and a little bit of money, we could do something like that. I don't think you need to be on the budget of a $25 million movie to make some gills that puff up and down.
Yikes.
Morgan Fairchild runs up and scoops Siren into her arms, and it's one of those like Steven Seagal things where it's all off camera. This is Morgan Fairchild is 70 years old and has been carrying those big fucking tits around for 65 or 55 of those years. So I'm sure her back will not let her carry another human being.
Yeah.
So, hey, but at least Steven Seagal doesn't have the tits excuse, so fuck him.
Well, he certainly has tits.
Well,
they're well hidden under many layers of robe and traditional garb that he is not equipped to
Morgan
wear.
Fairchild beat Steven Seagal in the tit department, I will say that. And pretty much every other department of being a human being.
It's true.
I know nothing about her, but I'm very confident she's a better person than Steven Seagal.
Listen, I am human trash, and I'm a better person than Steven Seagal.
So I don't... A brittle bone boy steals his neighbor's bike off their front lawn, and like the neighbor runs after him and like, hey, bring my bike back, I know where you live, you're my neighbor. It's so weird. And he's wearing a backpack and his fucking crutch is sticking out of the backpack. And he's riding a bike without any problems.
That's very silly. I forgot he had a crutch.
So stupid. And he's so bad with the crutch. Like, he's just walking. He's not like using the crutch. He's just walking normally and like smacking the crutch on the ground like a dipshit. Fucking asshole kid. God damn it. Mermaid friend has Siren blindfolded and they go to the principal's office and Morgan Fairchild has one of the aspirator things and she wakes up and starts breathing.
So wait, well, Morgan Fairchild is also a mermaid.
Yes. She's
what is this?
She's the lead mermaid because she has the biggest tits.
Is that how it works?
Yep. That's how Mermaid Society works.
Oh God,
Larry, this fucking movie.
Wow, this is something else.
So, mermaid friend has Siren blindfolded and takes her to a water desalination plant, which is where the mermaid meeting, where all the mermaids in town get together.
So it's the whole town.
No, it's like a dozen women, maybe.
All women.
All women.
Where's the merman?
I know, Larry. Where are the mermen?
Mermen.
Where are the mermen?
Huh. Where are the mermen?
I don't know. So I'm confused. But they're all half-breeds.
I thought they said she... Well, then maybe I misheard. I thought they said she was the only one.
No, she's the only one with, like, the water-bending powers or whatever.
Oh.
She's special.
Okay. I thought... All right. I think I just conflated that. Okay,
no, but all the ones on land are half-breeds. So, and they automatically spend 3 years as a mermaid, then 3 years as a human, 3 years as a mermaid. That's how half-breeds work. I don't know how Morgan Fairchild has a job as the principal of the school.
How do these women have lives?
Yeah, when for 3 years, you disappear into the ocean. It doesn't make any sense.
It's a very odd resume.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll be really good at this job for 3 years, and then I'll be gone for 3 years, and then I'll be back. It sounds good, right?
God damn.
Makes zero sense. All of them are...
So are they all on the same cycle? That's two.
They're on different cycles.
Okay, well...
Because Morgan Fairchild at one point says, I'll be sharing time with you in the sea, young Padawan mermaid, because I'd go in next fall or whatever.
That's so stupid. Oh my God.
Because I guess it's based on their 12th birthday. Because you change the first time on your 12th birthday. So I guess on your 15th birthday, you come back. And then on your 18th birthday, you go back in.
You go in the water at 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
I'm glad you know these rules for me to ask these questions.
Oh, I spent a lot of
mermaid
time
expert.
researching. All of the mermaids are women. So where are the mermen? So I get, like, there's half-breeds, which means regular men fuck a mermaid, which makes half-breeds.
But it can't be so a merman. Are there mermen? I just don't think there's mermen.
We don't see mermen, but if so, a half-breed is a regular man fucking a full-breed mermaid. That's how you make a half-breed. But how do full-breeds exist? You would need a merman to fuck a mermaid.
Okay, and now, again, I know we're children at heart. and I know half of our jokes are sex jokes, but legitimately, how does a male human scientifically procreate with a female mermaid?
Okay.
Like,
I
know it's a children's movie and that doesn't come up, but like,
it comes up later that the full-blood female mermaids can swap back and forth from human to mermaid at will.
Okay.
So they can come on land, get humped with all kinds of sperm, and then go have a half-breed baby 9 months later.
Get humped with all kinds of sperm. Oh.
It's the title of my autobiography.
A friend of mine sent me a fucking picture the other day. I don't remember if I saved it. It was like about that phrase, "we're trying to get pregnant." And it was shit. I don't know that I have it. Never mind, forget it. But it's like it's when you say that, all I hear is my husband did big comes in my pussy. I don't know that whole. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I'm just so out of sorts. This whole movie is fucking. Yeah, I don't understand.
This is a train wreck, and we're off the rails. We are absolutely off the rails.
It's really, what the fuck is, like, what is the point? Why do they all live in this one town?
I don't know.
Is it a Hellmouth? Is this Buffy?
No.
Is this just a Buffy episode where Buffy's not in it?
They're just in, like, L.A. or whatever. I don't know. It's never really...
Oh, okay. They're in a city.
Yeah, they're just living normal lives.
I just assumed they were in, like, a fucking Moana town. They're in L.A.?
I don't know if it's L.A., but they're, like, in Southern California on the beach. And, like, there's an elementary school with a bunch of normal kids and normal people. There just happens to be a dozen mermaids. You're
blowing my fucking mind. Because I genuinely, for some reason, when you said, like, she lives near the beach, I just assumed they were in, like, you know, the modern day equivalent of, like, a Moana village.
Oh, no. It's, yeah, they're in, like...
This is even weirder.
It's like a regular suburban Southern California area.
I just can't. Just go on. I keep fucking... Wow.
Oh my god. Brittle Bone Boy sneaks into his dad's hunting headquarters where there's a shitload of other mermaid hunters. There's like 10 grizzled guys. There's some other scene where mysterious black friend is like driving around a pickup truck with a bunch of guys in fatigues. And they all like jump out of the truck and start walking around the town. It's so bizarre.
I am just shocked.
So, and this is where we get the reveal that Dad is hunting mermaids for their precious mermaid blood, which will cure Brittle Bone Boy of his brittle bones. And Brittle Bone Boy, because he's a stupid fuck, accidentally reveals to his dad that Siren is the mermaid.
Of course he
does.
It's
some, like, he's like, Dude, if we just found, like, got blood willingly from the mermaid, she just donated blood, wouldn't that work? And the dad's like, oh no, what do you know about mermaids? He's like, I know the mermaid. And his dad, like, logics his way. Is like, you just moved to town. I saw you with this girl with regular bones the other day, and that's got to be the mermaid. And then he's, like, caught in his lie, and he's like, oh, gee willikers, Dad, you got me.
This is incredible.
At the mermaid meeting, at the desalination plant, again, why?
What is the point of that?
I don't know. They decide that Siren will spend one more night with her stepmom, and then will be moved to a safe house to complete the rest of her transition. Oh no, the hunters just found out her identity, and she's going to be at home. Damn.
Safe house.
There's a couple mermaid guards guarding Siren with sticks with glowing blue balls on the end of them.
Oh, fine. Oh my god. Okay. Yep. Nope. We're gonna let go. Just go.
But the hunters immediately tranquilize both of them with darts to the neck, and they just go down, no fight whatsoever.
What a surprise.
And then the mom, like, runs into Siren's bedroom and is like, we gotta get out of here. But the men are already breaking into the house. Brittle Bone Boy shows up in the house. I don't know how, because he's in Siren's house.
Also, wait a minute. Is it only her blood?
I don't know. It's not clear. It's all messed up, because, yeah. There's all kinds of plot holes.
I think you needed to take a course in fucking whatever movie mermaid logic this movie pulls from.
Mermaid logic. Oh, God. So he like pulls her into a closet to hide from the hunters, and the stepmom is captured, and then they, like, Brittle Bone Boy and Siren sort of sneak off.
Okay.
They're able to get away. So all the grizzled manly hunters have stepmom and take her back to their headquarters, and I could have done without the 5-minute gang rape. Like, it was brutal.
I knew you were gonna.
It was awful. I mean, just
horrendous,
stunning portrayal of suffering.
Horrendous.
Anyway, Brittle Bone Boy and Siren go to the desalination plant, but as they arrive, they realize that a bunch of hunters are there because they figured out that that's where the mermaids meet.
I'm tapping out on a movie I didn't even have to review.
Brittle Bone Boy and Siren kind of get separated, and Siren gets like caught by the hunters, and they're like, "What are you doing here, son of our leader?" And he's like, "I just wanted to help, guys. Come on." Meanwhile, Siren runs off and sleeps in the woods alone. And
she's got gills, right? Is she still wearing her actuator or whatever the fuck it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
Go to the fucking water. Get in the water.
That wouldn't solve anything. Shut up, Larry. Oh, God.
So stupid.
So, and yeah, she wakes up after sleeping in the woods all night and goes to the safe house, a place she's never been before. She just knows how to get there. I don't know. Maybe they printed her out fucking MapQuest directions or something. Then we cut to the hunter headquarters, where Morgan Fairchild and some other mermaids show up. And at the safe house, the teacher mermaid and her mermaid friend, who's not a mermaid yet, the other little girl, they're both there, and they're like, "Oh, it sucks so bad that your mom got kidnapped, but the other mermaids will handle it, and you should just eat some Ritz and hang out and rest." Then Morgan Fairchild and some other mermaids show up at the hunter's headquarters. Fairchild offers herself as a prisoner in exchange for the stepmother's freedom. I don't really understand that.
Yeah, you should. You're a mermaid. Oh my God, I don't care. I don't know why I'm trying to write this movie better.
Yeah, and it comes up like that. Okay, so kind of a spoiler alert.
Oh, please, I've been on the edge of my seat. Don't ruin it.
Siren is a full breed mermaid, even though all of the other mermaids think she's a half-breed.
Okay, nope, I'm not going to. I'll let you explain to me later. Go on.
I don't know why. I don't know. They don't explain that. But apparently... apparently the hunters know she's a full breed.
How?
Because someone makes a comment later, like, "I guess we could use one of the other one's blood, but since it's only half as potent, we'll have to use twice as much."
So the hunters who didn't know she was a mermaid.
Yeah, Larry. Yeah.
But the mermaids who should know who's fucking who in their community, I don't understand.
I don't either. No one does. Okay. No one did. No one cared.
Okay. Yep.
It's ridiculous. So, and again, I don't like, why can't they just kill Morgan Fairchild for her blood? Because they have her now.
Just kill two of them for their blood. There you go. That's how math works, isn't it?
I don't know.
If you have two half as potent bloods.
So we're cranking up. We're gearing up to get real crazy here.
Jesus Lord.
Oh God. The hunters accept that deal and say, "Okay, we're holding Morgan Fairchild as prisoner, and if you don't have Siren here for us to drain her of all her blood in 4 hours, we're gonna kill Morgan Fairchild."
How much blood do they need?
I don't know. They don't ever say.
I can't wait to see Brittle Bone Boy bathed in blood.
Oh God, that would have been good.
Oh,
so,
shit.
Like, the 5 other mermaids that are there go off in one direction and tell stepmom to run home, and stepmom starts running in the other direction home. Mm-hmm. And mysterious black friend immediately starts chasing her on foot. And then we have like a 30-second foot chase. And yeah, and I think there might have been one other time, but she walks past the lady who's lifting the little pink dumbbells. Or she's running past the lady. And there's a black man like chasing her like 20 yards behind. And the lady says, "Is everything okay?" And the stepmom yells back, "Not really."
Jesus Christ.
That was the closest thing to a laugh in the movie.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's pathetic.
Right. And then, so mysterious black friend like tries to take a shortcut, but it's not a very good shortcut because stepmom gets to her house. The sequence of events is so hard to describe.
This is not a plot thread I expected to see followed by camera, honestly.
Well, you'll kind of see why. She runs into her house, yanks open her door, and goes to slam the door behind her. At which point, Brittle Bone Boy pops the fuck up out of nowhere. I don't know, he keeps getting to all these places. He's on a crutch. He's got a magic bike.
He flies it. He flies the crutch like a broom. He's a witch.
So as she's slamming the door shut, he's like reaching out to stop it and run into the house and say, "No, I just want to help Siren." And he runs into the door that's slamming shut and his brittle arm bones fucking shatter. And you see like an X-ray of his arm. Like as his arm goes in, then you see a cut of an X-ray of arm bone shattering. It's so awful and stupid.
Oh my god, that's the funniest thing ever. I knew his bones were gonna break, but I did not see that coming.
And then immediately showing up, this happens in like 2 seconds. Immediately, mysterious black friend is there and like, "Brittle Bone Boy, what are you doing?" And he's like, "My brittle bones broke. Take me to the hospital." And instead of like pursuing the stepmom, he just scoops up the black boy and runs, or the Brittle Bone Boy, and runs off.
Oh man, wow.
Oh Jesus,
that's incredible.
So at the safe house, Siren gets in the pool and starts swimming, and then her tail starts growing. And we get one awkward shot of, I guess, like a bunch of fucking synthetic dummy goo on her legs, where it's like half grown, but there's still a hole around her ankles. And then she magically has her mermaid tail, which is probably $100 mermaid tail costume. Like,
I saw it for like a second. I didn't get a great look at it.
Yeah, it's what you would expect for this kind of movie if the budget wasn't $25 million.
It has to be money laundering.
Like, it looks like a stupid mermaid movie for 8-year-olds. Okay, it looks good enough. Whatever. But come on. God damn it.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, mermaid friend and the teacher mermaid, who's played off as like sort of a dumb blonde, and she has a few dumb blonde moments. It's kind of weird. I didn't mention it too much. But they stick Siren on a stretcher and throw her in a car and take her to the ocean. Stepmom inadvertently leads mysterious black friend off screen. Like I guess he dropped the kid off at the hospital and then went back to the stepmom's house, and he was tailing her, and she goes to the safe house like a dumb bitch. And he leads mysterious black man to the safe house, where he pulls out a tranquilizer gun, and there's a big heated exchange. And some mermaids show up, and they use their glowing blue balls it's like a force field energy protecting thing. And then the rest of the hunters all show up, and they're like, Siren's not here. They must have taken her down to the beach. Go! And they run off to the beach.
So, I'll save all my questions for the end at this point, because I think we just gotta go through it, because I have a million now.
Oh, God. So there's a big showdown on the beach, where hunters... Oh, no, wait, sorry. Siren is already down at the beach, and the mermaids who are with her carry her into the ocean on a stretcher and dump her ass in the water, and she flippers her way out into the sea. And we get some, like, oceany shots of her...
Flip-flopping and ham drop.
Yep, she's just mermaiding her way out into the ocean and seaweed and everything.
That's a verb we don't get to use very often.
Mermaiding.
Yeah.
There's a big showdown on the beach where all of the hunters and all of the mermaids get together. And mysterious black friend grabs the little mermaid girl and yells, "Your blood is..." This is where we get your blood's only half as strong, so I have to use twice as much. We're getting to the end. We're getting there.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Siren meets up with a mermaid in the ocean. There's supposed to be a serene shot where Siren sings her first mermaid song, which is kind of like a whale song. It's awkward, but pretty close to that. But I'm sure the amount of time they could spend with underwater cameras in like whatever tank they shot this in was limited. So the shot, which is supposed to be this big serene thing, there's a giant air bubble that just pops out of her nose and floats up past her face while this is going on, which any competent movie would make sure there were enough takes where something stupid like that didn't happen. But, yep.
The fucking marine biology lab they broke into to get this shot was they had to get out real quick.
Yeah, just if they only had $5 million more, they could have done wonders with this movie.
Yeah.
Brittle Bone Boy makes some dipshit speech to his dad about how much of a dick he is, and it's like, because his dad has gone on rants about, like, they're only half humans, they deserve to be hunted, and then he's like, who's half human now? You're a monster, Dad! Dad has a change of heart just like that, and tells his men to stand down.
Who could have called that?
But mysterious black friend yells, no, I need her blood to prove my methods. I guess he's the scientist.
What? That is a fucking phrase and a half. Fucking the mysterious black friend played by Joseph Mengele.
Just walk around the apartment complex screaming that. I need her blood to prove my methods.
I need that. I'm going to start using that. I need something to prove my methods more often.
So he grabs the whaling stick and throws it at the younger mermaid friend girl.
Okay.
Brittle Bone Boy decides he's gonna dive in front of her.
Did he teleport again?
Oh no, he showed up on the beach. Yeah.
Okay.
No, because he was arguing with his dad.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. You said that.
But
is he in a cast?
He did teleport to the beach. He's got an arm sling on now.
Okay, that fixes bones. Sure.
I don't know. God damn it. Fuck. This is so stupid. From here on out, it's the stupidest of stupid.
Oh, Lord. This is so stupid.
So the spear goes wide anyway, because...
it's not even a spear. It's just a fucking, like, a blunt... It's like a ball in the end of a stick, right?
No, the mermaids have stick balls, and then the whaling stick, one end is a stick ball, the other end is basically a harpoon.
Okay, it is. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I either missed that or we didn't say it. Got it.
I'm losing my shit.
Jesus, Lord help me.
So it goes wide, obviously, because Brittle Bone Boy doesn't like take it in the shoulder or something. It's just sticking in the sand, not anywhere near the little mermaid girl, the friend. But Brittle Bone Boy has leaped through the air, and upon impact with the sand, all of his bones shatter. Like throwing wine bottles on the ground. You hear the crunch, and then he's just like out. He's out cold, and his dad runs over and is like, "Wake up, son! Wake up!"
Oh my god! Do we get to see like another X-ray of his bones?
No, they don't do that. It'd be too expensive to show all 206 of them break.
Like fucking Mortal Kombat fatalities. Oh god, that's incredible.
So everyone's just kind of standing around while Dad's like screaming and howling, my boy, his brittle bones done broke. Stepmom grabs the whaling spear and sticks the blue ball into the water, which calls mermaids to shore. And it turns out Siren is a pureblood, which means she can switch between mermaid and human whenever she wants. So she and the mermaid, the mermaid she met out in the ocean, both with feet, come running out of the ocean.
Yep.
And they stick their hands all over Brittle Bone Boy, and he turns blue, and then he wakes up and is like, golly gee, my bones feel so much stronger.
Of course they fix his bones.
He's like, I feel different. I'm cured.
I just see a doctor later like, you're not cured at all. What are you talking about? Your bones are more brittle.
You are in shock, young man.
They gave you morphine. You're currently dying.
So, oh my god, Larry, this is the end of the movie.
Okay,
Larry,
I'm very excited.
So, you've been guessing a lot of stuff right up till now. Okay. There is absolutely no way anyone would ever guess this. It is the most out of nowhere, ridiculous, crazy shit for this movie and the tone of this movie so far and everything. Mm-hmm. So mysterious black friend starts giving like an evil villain speech and is like, my science, I've been working on this for decades and I will never stop hunting you mermaids.
Okay. Interesting.
The full-blood lady mermaid who came out of the water starts like conjuring water, like she pulls up a wave behind her and he gives an evil laugh. Oh, what are you gonna do? Get me wet? Then Siren replies, you're forgetting something. Your body is 65% water. She then holds up her hands.
Oh,
and
my God.
We get a close-up shot of water streaming down his face. And then we get a shot of his empty, soaking wet clothes collapsing onto the sand. She straight up murders him.
Holy shit.
She murders him.
She melted him?
Yeah, and also like 65% of his body is water. That is technically true. So there's some logic there. But there's not like blood and gristle and bones. There's only wet clothes in a pile in the sand. What the fuck, Larry?
What the actual hell just happened?
I literally for 30 seconds was howling with laughter of how insane that just the method of murder. The fact that the end of this movie is Siren murders a man.
Oh my
evil
God.
Man, but still.
What the fuck?
And it gets better. It gets better because immediately after, everyone watches Siren, the 12-year-old mermaid, murder a man in cold blood. Her friend turns to her and says, wow, you have to teach me that move. Which translates to, Siren, you have to teach me how to murder someone in the blink of an eye. How
Jesus
to
Christ.
disappear a human being.
What? Yowza. Yowza bobowza.
And then no one seems particularly upset that the murder has occurred. Because the dad's just cradling his now strong-boned boy. All the mermaids, get together and, hug, and Siren tells her stepmom, I think I'm gonna go in the ocean and be a mermaid for a while, but I'll be back sooner than 3 years because I'm a full-blood. And they're all just kind of hugging and shaking hands like a murder didn't just occur.
Someone's got to explain this to the police.
Well, there's only wet clothes, so there's no body. No body, no crime, Larry.
Yeah,
I've told you for years.
You have. It's true.
And then Siren and the other full-blood mermaid just go back into the ocean, and that's it. That's the end of the movie. Oh, and during that, goodbye, we get the voiceover from the beginning. My whole life I've dreamt of water, not just being in it, or swimming in it, but living in it, breathing it, tasting it, loving it, and yet in my life I stay pretty far away from it, except when I'm murdering a man with my telekinetic powers over water.
She's had mermaid powers for 4 days and figured out how to use it to eat a man alive with water.
I know, and the only control she's done over water is at the most making a glass tip over.
Jurassic Park level water manipulation.
Yep. And then suddenly dissolving a human being.
That is fucking intense.
The craziest out of nowhere left turn ending I have ever seen in any movie.
That's pretty fucking wild.
It's bananas,
Larry. Because they're shooting tranquilizers and everything. They're using sticks as blunt ends. They're just whacking them each other.
Yeah, there's no real violence or consequences. Even when the mom gets kidnapped, she doesn't have a black eye. The joke about the gang rape thing, but she's just got duct tape on her mouth and her hands are tied up. She's fine. There's it's totally Disney level of non-violence, the fake bully stuff. And then suddenly murder in the last scene.
Wow. That is crazy.
It's bananas, Larry. Bananas. Bananas.
That is ridiculous.
Absolute worst movie I've ever seen. 0 out of 10. Fascinating for how bad it is. If you want to suffer through a terrible movie and hate it and be confused, it's worth watching for the spectacle.
I definitely have to watch the opening, if nothing else.
Oh, yeah, just watch that artwork.
I skipped that. I just jumped around at different points. I didn't start from the beginning.
You should also watch the scene where she kills the guy. And just the shot of it is it's like literally like a close-up on his face while someone's doing the ice bucket challenge to him. And he's dumping a bucket of water on his head while he's screaming.
It's not The Last Crusade when they grab the wrong Holy Grail.
No, not that good.
Of course not.
So bad. And then it's just
that's Ark of the Covenant. I'm sorry. So I don't get corrected by nerds. That's opening the Ark of the Covenant. I got the movies wrong.
And then the shot is just someone, like the camera pointing down to the sand and someone just tossing wet clothes on the ground.
Wow.
Amazing. Utterly amazing.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah,
I knew this was going to be bad, but wow.
Absolutely everything was bad about it. Acting, the dialogue, and just the story is so...
Why is it called Scales? Mermaids Are Real?
Because she's got scales in her tails. I don't know. At one
How
point,
many mermaids appear in this movie? No, I don't mean actresses who are pretending to be half mermaids.
Yeah,
I mean mermaid.
Okay. They probably have, including like Siren swimming around in the pool, less than 2 minutes of screen time of mermaids in water, and a lot of it is like transition shots.
God's sake.
Yep.
God's sake.
Yeah. It utter trash. The
really
trashiest trash that is ever trashed. Money laundering at its finest.
That is money laundering, definitely.
There was so much sweet Colombian cocaine that was funneled into this country because of this movie.
And none of it went to me.
It's a shame. It's a damn shame.
Wow.
All right, so that's it for this week. We got to talk about what's coming up the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Do you want to take it on?
This was a good
first?
2 episodes, I think, for the audience. We both suffered immensely.
Yeah, probably more so than ever before.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to take it on the chin first, or do you want me to?
Let's do it.
Go ahead. On you.
What am I getting next week?
All right.
You do me.
So we're gonna take a little divergence from normality.
Yeah, we discussed this for a minute before we started, and I okayed it. I'm gonna regret that, but
you really have no idea. I was so happy when you said yes, because this is a silver bullet.
God damn it! I just got hit with one. Why again?
So there's been a few times where I found something that looked really promisingly awful and watched like the trailer of it or whatever. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And then found out, oh shit, it's a TV show. And we've only ever
It's happened to me too. Yeah.
And I found the absolute perfect one. And then found out it was a TV show and then thought, what if we change it up a little? We get a little spicy for the next
episode. I'll be watching 7 seasons of Star Trek.
No, we're going to keep the runtime about the same. So this is sitcom length. So each episode is 22 to 25 minutes. And Larry's going to cover the first 3 episodes. So it'll be a little over an hour of content. So basically a short movie. And we're going to see how this goes. And this might be the only time we do it. We might do it again in the future.
Yeah, it's a little experiment. If it turns out it's not as funny or entertaining or fun to do, we'll not again.
Yeah.
But it's
and
worth
if anyone has any comments on next week's episode, definitely let us know. We'd like to hear what you think.
Little experiment. I somehow end up being the fucking guinea pig for all these goddamn experiments of yours.
Now, Larry, I was so mad when you gave me Mermaids. And I was even more mad after I finished the Mermaid movie. So I thought, I want to give you Mermaids.
No, God.
That's not good.
That's not good at all.
I want you to have Mermaids.
It's like a Tinkerbell mermaid show?
The Australian sitcom from the mid-2000s called H2O, Just Add Water.
What are you... Oh, no. Oh, no. No.
I've never seen Australian TV.
What the fucking hell is this?
You could see why it was too perfect.
What the absolute dick-sucking hell is this?
It's almost the same story, from what I could tell, as Scales Mermaids Are Real, but an Australian sitcom for children.
Piece of shit.
And it looks so low budget. It looks like it was made in the mid 80s, even though it was, I think the first season came out in 2006.
Oh my God.
It's like not even an HD. It's like 480p. Fucking Australians with their shrimp on the barbie down at the Macca's. Having little boys sit on the laps. They eat the French fries. Nice and salty, yeah.
Finish it.
I forget what the last line is.
You get hard. Are you kidding me?
Oh, God damn. No, I dare you down at the Macca's. Eat French fries and get hard. Jeez. I haven't done that in a while. I got to start pestering my wife with that again. That was like a solid 4 weeks of her life that was miserable.
Yeah, just those 4 weeks.
Go ahead.
H2O. Just add water.
What does that mean?
When 3 teens stranded on a remote island wander into a mystical pool during a full moon, they turn into mermaids with magical powers.
Larry. And they go about their teen lives with all their teen struggles.
I just don't. I don't even know what to do with this. So, yeah, I guess Australian TV. I have some Australian friends who actually ever heard of such a fucking thing. It's kids' TV, so I can imagine not.
Yeah.
But, wow.
Well,
Lordy.
depending on how old they are.
No, they're younger. They're a lot younger than me, so potentially.
This ran from 2006 to 2009, so they might have been watching Australian.
They got
kids
3
TV.
seasons out of this somehow.
Yeah, I know.
So I will be watching. What? How many episodes do you want to watch? 3.
3.
I'll be watching the episode. Did you see what episode 1 is called?
I missed it. No.
Metamorphosis. And then episode 2, Pool Party, and episode 3, Catch of the Day.
Oh man. Oh boy.
Well, that's just fantastic. That's just fantastic. There's another. Yeah. I just want to throw out there. The dickest possible thing I could do right now. And I'm not going to do this, but I just want you to know that this is the power you give me is because right next to that, if I look it up, is a Netflix series with 4 seasons called.
I know.
Mako. It's a sequel. There's a show called Mako Mermaids that is a sequel.
What? A show that's a sequel?
This H2O sequel follows Zach, a boy who accidentally turns into a merman and threatens the existence of 3 young men. Isaac, I have a funny idea.
Oh, no. No. Oh, shit. Oh, no. What did I do? What did I do?
No. We're not gonna. Look, 3 mermaid episodes in a row is too much. But I just want to throw out there that is you talk about a silver bullet, baby. But apparently there is a sequel. There's also insane. An animated version too.
What is this mermaid shit?
Yeah, where did you get this? What is wrong with you?
It was related from this fucking movie.
Yeah, and there's a odd. Well, yeah, no, we're not gonna give the audience 3 doses of mermaids in a row. Although, God, is the temptation very strong. But you are going to be watching, and I'll tell you what, I watched part of this a while ago, and I don't remember what the part was because I have a queue with all kinds of shit in it. And I was looking through and trying to decide what I wanted to give you for this week, and I saw something on the Wikipedia that was like, well, that seals it. Because I saw this described, something I've never seen described before. The film was a commercial disaster. Not just a box office bomb. It was a commercial disaster. Like, the idea of a commercial disaster sounds like the economy of a small country collapsing.
Hyperinflation in Germany in the 1920s.
Yeah, and just from reading the money lost with this, that's enough. I don't need to be reminded of the movie itself, whatever.
Wow.
You're going to be watching an action, and I led you on a bit with talking about Batista before. Batista's not in this movie. That was something different.
Okay.
You're going to be watching a movie called Seventh Son. S-O-N.
Oh, there's a dragon?
There's a dragon.
I don't like no dragons.
I want to point out, it is loosely based on a novel from 2004 called, not a joke, The Spook's Apprentice.
Spook's Apprentice. Oh, Oh, Jeff Bridges is in this? I don't want to hate Jeff Bridges now.
Commercial disaster.
Oh. Yeah, this came out in 2014, and I was not remotely on my radar. No. This is when I was like still dating and actually like going to movies and looking at movie posters.
Like, Ben Barnes is in this too. Kit Harington is in this. Like, there's a lot of people.
Julianne Moore? Jesus.
And it's like all I could find about this was just how badly it did. So I want to know how.
In the 18th century, apprentice exorcist Tom Ward is the linchpin in a battle between good and evil. When imprisoned, witch Mother Malkin escapes? What? Feels like I just ate a piece of shit. My mouth feels dirty. What were those words and why?
Listen, if you'd rather watch Mako Mermaids, you can. Those are your options.
You fucking... Oh, no more mermaids.
Yeah,
I want.
Oh man.
Oh, well, it looks so bad.
It sure does.
Oh God, I'm watching. I can't. Okay. No. The preview is playing.
Oh, good. This was a good 2 weeks. Now that we're both past it, I can look back and be like, man, the quality of these episodes was great.
Yes, it feels like the pipes have been cleared. The prune juice. Does prune juice clear out your system or clog you up?
Oh, it clears you out.
Okay. I sipped prune juice once, and I will die of constipation before I sip it again.
When I was a kid, when I was like 5, my grandparents took me to Disney World. And I remember not much of it, but I remember I had to drink prune juice every day because I was the most constipated a human being has ever been, is how it was described.
Jesus.
I don't remember that. As far as I know, that's fine. There's Disney World not shitting.
We will see you next week. Did I do this stuff earlier? I think I did, right?
No, I don't think. You did at the beginning, but you didn't do it.
Yeah, Twitter, Facebook, send us an email, bowels and Netflix@gmail.com. That's all, folks. Do all the things. Be a responsible podcast listener. You know how it works. Kill your grandmother. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Smell you later. It's a fishy smell.
The mom, knowing that she was a mermaid, gave her fish sandwiches. I can't.
Wait, why did they do that?
I can't.